That's it. And in terms of, let me see, am I live now? I think so. Usually it pops up something to tell me where I am, but I think we are. Okay. So yes, the idea is to create a honeycomb pattern, repeating the cells over and over again, going any kind of angles and going into various planes if you want to. And when it comes to color, you can play with the color. The color can be within the cells, or it can cross over the cells. It can be within the planes, or it can ignore the planes. It can just go. So the color can be a part of the design. It can be individual, or it can just pull the design together. So you can play with the color any which way you want to. Does that clarify it, Angie? When I added the lines, I created several different planes. Like you can see here, that there's a possibility within those planes to have those honeycomb patterns in totally they're not connected, and so it looks once you finish. For instance, if you did this one, well, let me just show you an example here very quickly. I'm just going to add a little bit of color here, and especially if we go kind of wrong brush. Hang on. Let's say I go with something warmish here. Let's put that behind instead of in front. And then if I went, for instance, with something cool back here, then those could separate out even more. Besides the angles and patterns, then the depth could change between the two. Okay? This is the roughest of rough ideas. Don't I don't want to tie you in too tightly. I want to give you room to play and experiment. Okay? Is that enough? Okay, let's see if we can find that again. I'm going to go back to this and see if I can reload it without. Oh, it looks like I am live now. There, look at that. So there we are. So we're live now, and now let's stop that. So, well, I don't know why that's popping up. Well, here we go. Going to here. Yeah, and the inspiration is okay. Let me just pull that back and pause that right at the beginning there. Oh, these are looks like it's all kind of growing things, and those are a mushroom that kind of casts a net. I'm trying to see where it is in the video because it doesn't appear to be at the very beginning. This is way more talking than I've ever done on one of these before. I don't. I is it there at the beginning? Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, and there we go. Right. Okay. And so one of the other things that's kind of neat about this, one last thing, I wish I could zoom in, but I can't appear to, is that within this honeycomb pattern, there's almost circles inside of the different cells. And that's pretty typical also in a honeycomb, that the cells themselves are hexagonal, but there's actually these cylindrical spaces inside of them. Okay, are we good? Oh, most people are on paper. If you want to go digital, you're welcome to go digital. Yeah, yeah. We make no stipulation as to materials that you're playing with because everybody's coming with something different. Okay, gonna go find my music, and as I was about to say, you're welcome to listen, or you're welcome to turn it off and provide your own music for yourself. I have to find music that's royalty free so that I don't get my video bumped off of the social media. So here we go. Okay, we've got about 10 more minutes to go. Don't rush. About 5 more minutes. Oh, did Donna duck out Okay, well, about 2 more minutes and then we're going to share. Okay. All right. Okay. See you, Haley. If you had to leave, it looks like maybe you did. That's okay. Let's go to Zoom. Okay. I see somebody's anxious to share, so we're going to go straight to Lori and Angie. Okay. So here you go. Feel free to unmute, and you, everyone else, can feel free to unmute and give your responses as well. All right. Okay, so Lori, bring that right up to the camera. You're still muted. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Ew. Lori. I went for what it looked like in the picture.
So you
I didn't get done.
You were inspired by the mushrooms themselves.
Yeah.
Very cool. You know what? Where you started to do the pattern? Can we look at that again?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't make rectangles or where that shape is.
That, yeah, they're hexagonal. You know what? You should just go with any. You could just break it up into little patterns of anything you want.
I could do
It starts
that.
to look interesting with those patterns in there as well. But actually, I like the translucency. How you can see through the gold bells to
Did a lot of layering.
Yeah, that's what I can see that. That's very cool. And the texture in the tops are very cool as well.
That I got for Christmas, I used these. Hold it up. These are crayons.
They're glitter, pearl, and metallic. Oh, you got the best stuff. Yeah. Absolutely. Right. That's very cool to play with.
There's not very many yellow and green, so I just kept using whatever there was.
Okay.
I was inspired by that shape, and I thought it looked like stained glass, so I went for the Declaration in the Heavens.
There we go.
Gorgeous.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
And I do.
Sharpies and then color on top. If I hadn't been so rushed at the end, I'd have maybe done a little different with the color on top, but I did want it to look loose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's
very nice.
It's very dramatic, and I like how you did the different planes, and you've got the hexagonal shapes curving and patterning all different ways, and so it creates a lot of dynamics and different planes, and really works quite well. Cool.
Yep. Thank you.
Right.
It was fun. We enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, we're gonna see what else.
Can you mute us?
I can probably do that. Hang on here. There we go. Yes. Although you can talk if you want to share with others.
Oh, that's true. I guess you leave me unmuted.
Okay. All right. How about we go with Deb? Oh, okay. Okay. Lynette and Ria there. We're going to go with that.
Okay. I think I am. Oh, Rhea wants to go first. So
Rhea, very
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
I
I
love
see
it.
the shape.
tell them about it.
She's got some interesting shapes in her dress.
I thought the honeycomb pattern kind of looked like it was like a part of a dress.
Mhm.
So
It's very
that's what I did.
cool. I want to let you guys know that Rhea was part of my free workshop this week, and she did a beautiful drawing of her hand. Do you have that handy too? Do you want to show that off?
She doesn't. I put it away.
Oh,
Where?
It's in my dresser drawer.
Save for posterity. She did beautiful. And,
Yeah.
and Rhea's 9.5 years old, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing some amazing work. Very cool. All right.
So I couldn't do the honeycomb shape. It was too round and
Restricting.
soft for me. I don't know why, but this is what I ended up with.
Oh,
That's awesome.
that is so fun.
That's lovely.
I tried super hard to do the honeycomb shape, but it wasn't coming out.
Forget
And
the
I
hun-
couldn't
forget
even
the
do
honeycomb
soft.
shape. What you've got
Okay.
there is pretty brilliant. And
Awesome.
that would be very fun to play with really bright colors on there too.
Yeah.
In the individual patterns. And that would make a great pattern for clothing or all sorts of things. It's a beautiful pattern. It's very
Thank
fun.
you.
Very funky. It's got a great funky feel. So don't apologize, please. We're all cool about that. About people just going their own way. This doing this weird thing when I unspotlight people. That's crazy. What's going down here? Okay, we're going to go with Deb. Oh wow! Wow!
Well, that's interesting.
The inside. You put it
That's
inside too.
Look at
I was seeing up here a lot of jewel shapes and
Yeah.
in here as well. But
Oh, yeah.
here it's more like a translucent glass in 3D. I don't know if that comes through or not.
It absolutely does. It could be these crystals of glass, but I definitely saw the gems. Did you guys see that? The jewels pop out?
Yeah.
In the middle, look like gems.
Yeah, because hexagonal isn't just about honeycomb. I went a different direction too as I started to draw.
Yeah.
I didn't draw a honeycomb at all, but I used the same shapes. So yeah,
These are all honeycombs, so that you can see the outline of the honeycomb here. I just added a lot of lines inside. This has a honeycomb within a honeycomb.
Yeah.
I love the trans. It just has again a lot of sense of dimensionality, that it's layered and that these are cubic as opposed to just flat.
This black is
They've got volume. They come off the page. It's very cool.
amazing.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Sharon.
Yeah, black thing I do.
And I went with, where are we? Okay, there we go.
Oh man,
Wow. You made it
So I made his bee wings to be honeycomb,
Oh.
and then he's going to a honeycomb flower. So,
Mhm.
that the only thing that's not honeycomb is the bee body itself, which is kind of.
well, I was going to try and do that too, but I couldn't do it fast enough.
Oh, I think it's gorgeous. That would be interesting to try that though at another time.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
I think you could. I'm imagining it right now, and I bet seeing your creativity, I bet you could do that too. If you did the whole thing in the honeycomb.
That marker.
It's
I
so
think
co-
I
and
like her
beautiful,
with- She's got darker and then
complementary colors.
Yeah.
It's a split
I-
complementary,
I-
guys.
the Tracy little dress. And
So-
we just-
I'm sorry, I'm just going to mute you there. Okay, split complementary, a purple, and then with the yellow and orange on the other end. So yellow is complementary to purple, but then you add the orange in, and it adds a little more interest to the complementary. They're really opposite colors, and then it creates
Mhm.
more visual interest to do that.
That brings it out, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. We're going to go to Linda.
Okay. I didn't finish, but
You know that happens a lot around here.
yeah, this is
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's so spectacularly regular. I mean, how can you do that? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's-
it's,
That's a lot of focus and patience.
yeah.
I was hurrying after a while, but anyway.
Well, you should never hurry, just, because the process really isn't about finishing. It's just about getting out of the
Yeah.
experience, whatever you like. I didn't finish mine tonight either.
Yeah.
I might finish it later or I might not. It's all okay. But
I love those metallic pens. They're kind of fun to work with. They really illuminate things. I was
So
always
it's-
using the dots and the lines to
Okay.
use a bit of, not fully, but to use the metallic thing.
that's
yeah.
silver, isn't it? Can you move it back and forth so we can see the shininess? No, tilt it. I mean, sorry, tilt it, and then we can tilt it so it catches the light. So,
Yes.
yeah, we can see that. Yeah, there's silver lines in there.
Mhm.
It makes me think with the dots in there. It actually makes me think of circuits, electronic circuits.
Mhm.
Yeah, and because it's so mechanical and regular, it's very cool. Very cool pattern. All right,
Thank you.
we're going to Jennifer now. Hey, Jen, welcome. Your first time with us, right? I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Very cool.
Actually, yes, I'm definitely not done. I didn't even get to the color portion. But I had to play around a little bit before I actually
Oh, lovely.
come up with something. I was just sort of playing around with different patterns.
Yeah.
And then it was something you said, Randall, about kind of the honeycomb within honeycomb, like the cells can be the same shape as like the honeycomb itself.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to create here was like the honeycomb shape with little ones inside, and then start creating smaller ones within one of those cells as well.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
But
awesome.
I obviously didn't get very far with that because
So
it took a
basically,
lot of time to get my
creating
idea.
a fractal kind of thing, a fractal,
Yeah.
a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. So
Yeah.
go down
That's,
infinitely and just blow our minds. I like
that's kind of what I was wanting to do, but yeah, and I didn't have color ideas yet either. So
Okay.
yeah, maybe I'll work on that soon.
All right.
Thank you.
It looks like Haley is already. Are you there still, Haley, or not? I think she might have left, and I know Donna left a little early. We're going to have to encourage them to share in group. And I will switch to my. Man, this is so confusing. I've got so many things going on here. Hello, there we go, and there's. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way here. Can I move? Hello. I'm going to move that out of there. Put that away, and then we just have the image itself. So, wasn't planned at all. I just ended up. Oh, I guess I should spotlight me, right? What am I forgetting to do? Okay, there we go. Yeah, can you see me? Oh, no. Okay, I need somebody to be the moderator to run things for me here. So as you can maybe see, is I ended up going kind of. What happened? It's lost a lot of the dimensionality. I wonder if I turned something off. Maybe I turned off one of my layers. No, I had a lot more dimensionality going on before, so I don't know what I did. Huh, interesting. So it goes. When you're doing digital, it can just kind of disappear on you. I'll go searching later and probably find, oh, I hit an undo button somewhere along the way and lost half of my drawing because I'd gone in and done everything with these patterns. And we really don't see them anymore. Oh, okay. Well, because I ended up going dimensional. As I was doing this, I wanted to play with curvature. And then the two rings, the two gold rings were two regular. So then I wanted to play with curvature in two different directions, outwards and then to the side, and then play with color. And the whole thing reminded me of scales more, and that's how I ended up going more dimensional with it. Kind of reminded me of a dragon or a snake. I'm more dragon kind of guy. Both. I love animals. And so I ended up with these scales, and that's why I went dimensional with them a little bit, so they'd have some yeah. Yeah. So given given time, I probably would have gone further with it, and maybe added some more, and then some long twist. Well, I'd love to have some twisting ones in the background, just like the snake tail going all over the place, or dragon tail going everywhere. But it was a lot of fun, and as I was doing, I kept going, "Oh, digitally, I could do this so much easier." But there was a beauty in just doing it. Um, just the beauty of just doing it manually and playing with the dimension. Lynette, this is, I'm using Adobe Fresco, which is free of charge. All you have to do, you can get a free Adobe ID. I believe it's free of charge if you've got a free Adobe ID. I could be wrong. I use Adobe products because I'm a graphic designer, so it's included free. There are a bunch of other apps out there that I really like, Procreate and ArtRage, but these days this one's become my favorite because it can do so many things, watercolor and whatever, and it's just still fairly light and easy to use, and they keep adding more to it all the time. It's not the powerhouse, like Procreate and ArtRage are the real powerhouses, but I kind of like it. But tonight's not about hardware and software too much, just a little bit. Okay, so any other questions or anything before we finish up for the evening? Oh, I wanted to share something with you guys. Just hang on one second. Back here. So, as some of you know, I've been going live on occasion. It's kind of random so far. It's as I can fit it into my schedule, and I just go live, and it's on YouTube, and it's on Facebook, and it's everywhere. So the one morning, I just randomly, the first time I think I showed this to you before, just did my own hand, which was difficult because then I had nothing to hold my palette or my cloth or anything. So that was rather a poor choice at the time, but it's all in all, it was fun. And I did this in about 45 minutes. And you can watch the whole thing on YouTube if you're interested in seeing the process. And this week, I don't know if I should show this because this is a Christmas present. It's a commission. And, well, we're just going to hope that the recipient is not watching, and it's likely that they're not. So so this one, you can see live. It's in 2 different sessions, so it was about 2 hours to do this. And this was the one I did this week. And that's available to watch on YouTube as well. And so, cool. I'm having some fun. I like going live because then I've got some company, people to talk to. It isn't just me. There are long stretches where for 10 minutes I'm just painting without talking, but there's other times when I'm talking a lot about the process and how I'm making choices and just various things about painting and the approach and art in general and whatever. So if you ever want to jump on when you see me live, just do that and we can have a conversation, and it always makes it more fun for me to have company. Because being an artist can be such a lonely endeavor. I guess you all know that. Maybe someone wants to come and art with me. We can always get you on video along with me, and we could go side by side if you're interested in joining in sometime. So I just thought I'd let you know about that. Anyway, that's pretty much everything I've got for you tonight. This was quite delightful, like what you did. I'm going to be putting a little post into Facebook and sharing my stuff here. And after that, just post your stuff in the comments. It'd be lovely to see it there. And I'm probably going to be back here next week. If nobody else shows up, it's the 27th. Maybe you'll all be busy, and that's cool. But I know that I'm going to need to de-stress myself. The holidays. It's interesting. We do the holidays to de-stress from life, and then we have to de-stress from holidays. Isn't that fun? Anyway, but I just love doing this, and it's so enjoyable. It may not be from here. It may not be from my studio. I might just be on my iPad somewhere, and it might look a whole lot different if I'm doing that. Anyway, that's everything for tonight. Are you guys all good? feel free to unmute and say farewells to each other. And thank you all for coming. Merry Christmas. Thanks, everyone. Okay, bye now. And bye.